Today, let's explore the ancient practice of yoga, which has been a source of physical, mental, and spiritual well being for centuries. Yoga is more than just physical postures, it is a journey to inner peace, balance, and harmony. Beyond physical benefits, yoga calms the mind, reduces stress and anxiety, and promotes emotional well being. It helps us develop focus, concentration, and self awareness, leading to a more balanced and fulfilling life. Through this session, we will learn to incorporate yoga in our daily lives, embracing its benefits for our body, mind, and spirit. Through yoga, we can find balance, peace, and harmony, leading to a healthier, happier life. Ladies and gentlemen, let us join together in extending a warm and hearty welcome to our esteemed speakers, Mr. Jagdish Pangera and Ms. Rajveepa Devda, as they enlighten us on the topic, Yoga for Better Life. Over to you, sir.
Namaste all. Just we'll clap together now. Rhythmic clap. Thank you. You can now sit down. We are welcome you all our today's session, Yoga for Better Life. One of the ancient practice. Before going forward, I am very thankful to the Principal Sir, School Management Committee and Avenir Committee, teachers and all parents for inviting us for today's session. We are from Samskriti Yoga Group. What is yoga? What is yoga? Yoga is the ancient practice gifted by India to the whole world. Now, all over the world, millions of people practicing yoga and benefiting from them. Now, over to Rajviji to explain what is yoga further, what is the meaning, what is the origin. Then we will see what is the types, elements, scientific benefits. Then we can understand the simple tips for the yoga, and also at the end we will practice together few asanas, pranayama and meditation.
Namaste everyone. As sir told you, what is yoga? Yoga, here I wrote already. The word yoga comes from the Sanskrit roots. It's called yuj, which means to unite, to join. Means yoga means to connect our body with our mind, with our breath. In 24 hours is there, but you are not connected with your breath. Breath is going on automatically. Everybody knows. You are not concentrating on your breath. But when you concentrate there, while doing some movements, it's become a yoga. I'll give a simple example. If you want to become a mountaineer, means if you want to climb a mountain, so yes, obviously you can cycle, you will cycle. So make your feet and legs strong. Yes, you will swim to make your lungs strong. You will run to make your more stamina, energy is there. So these all are physical activity, beneficial physical activity. But until you climb the mountain, it's purposeless. You have to unite all the physical activity for the climb the mountain. You are able to do all the exercise at home, but when you are connected with our breath, body, mind, it's become a yoga. In exercise, in normal gym work, we are just doing. We are used to see that some person are keeping the headphone and listening the music and just doing the workout. But in yoga, you have to concentrate at your breath inside. Okay. Now next for type of yoga.
We'll see what are the types of yoga. There are 4 types of yoga. First one is Karma Yoga. What is Karma Yoga? Selfless actions and good deeds. If you joyfully involve yourself in any activity, that is Karma Yoga. Next, second one, Bhakti Yoga. Devotion and spiritual connection. If you use your emotions and try to reach the ultimate is Bhakti Yoga. Third one, Jnana Yoga, knowledge and self-reflection. Fourth one, Raja Yoga, meditation, mind and body control.
Yes. Now come to the elements of yoga. So yoga is not just exercise you read somewhere else. Yes, it's newspaper, in the videos, in the reels. They are already telling that yoga is not exercise. You know, in your body there are different type of limbs. This hand is not a body. This is only hand. The same way in the yoga, full body is yoga. There is 8 type of limbs is there. So first limbs is yama. So yama is ethical discipline. It's called how you behave with the outer world. Means how you react when someone tell you something. It's called yama. There are 5 types of yama. It's called ahimsa. It's called non-violence. Satya, truthfulness. Then brahmacharya, the right way of use of your energy. Asateya, non-stealing. And the last, aparigraha, non-greeding. The different type of yamas are there for connecting with outer world, how you behave with others. Okay.
The next second one, Niyama, self-observation, self-discipline, self-practice. Means internally how we have to purify ourselves. In this again there are 5 types. In the first one, Swachh, cleanliness. Next, Santosha. Then Tapas. Tapas, we have to withdraw our senses. Then Ishwar Pranidan means surrender to the ultimate God.
Next, third one is asana. As you know, asana means, when I say the asana word, you remember that different type of funky postures and handstand or any type of back bend and that. But asana means, literally, asana means sit. Right now, how you are sitting, it's called asana. So this is the intimate potential is there of the yoga. Asana means not only that particular funky posture you are doing on the mat. Asana means how you are able to sit comfortably for 10 to 20 minutes in a one position. Okay, so this is the third limb of, is the third step to go to the freedom. Okay, the next one.
The next one, fourth one is the pranayama, breath control. There are 2 words in the pranayama. What are they? Prana and ayama. Prana means life force, the life energy, the breath. Ayama means control or extension of the breath. Actually, if you see the child, how it is breathing, mindfully breathing. If you observe the child, it will breathe mindfully. Once we grow, it will connect our breathing to our emotions. When we are angry, we will breathe very fast. When you are angry, you will breathe very fast. When you are sad, you will breathe very slowly. We can measure one's characters with breathing pattern. If he breathes more fast and from the right nostril, it is called Surya Nadi. That person will be little more active. or if you more breathe from the left nostril, it is called Chandranadi, then that person will be little calm. But what we'll do in yoga, we will balance the both. We need little faster right nostril also, left nostril also. So breathing with the both the nostril, it is called Sushamna Nadi. When you breathe with focus, the pran will move towards the where you are focusing. Just we will experience that. Just close your eyes and keep your palms on the lap.
Yes,
Palm
close-
facing upward.
Yes, close your eyes.
Close your eyes, palm facing upward. Just listen to my instructions. Slowly inhale. Exhale completely. One more time. Inhale. Exhale completely. Now open your eyes. Keep your palms now facing downward. Inhale slowly. Close your eyes. Inhale slowly. Exhale slowly. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Open your eyes. You experienced any difference? Anybody experienced difference? Anything?
Literally, first time I didn't get it also. No problem.
There is the difference. There is the difference. When you keep your palms upward and you focus on your breathing, your pran energy will move towards your chest. Your chest will be filled when you breathe in. When you keep your palms down, then your stomach is filled. Now just you experience one time, you will breathe with palm facing upward, just experience
Do,
it.
do it again.
Yeah.
Now you can experience.
Close your eyes, inhale deeply, exhale completely. Now keep your palms down, inhale deeply, exhale completely. Okay, open your eyes. You experienced?
Yes, now I saw some node.
Yeah.
Yes, I feel it.
Yes, because whenever you are keeping palm upward, then you are focusing upward. When you are keeping downward, you are focusing downward. This is the pranayama. At the end, we will practice also.
Okay, next limb, fifth pratyahara. So pratyah and hara is different. Pratyah means withdraw. Ahara means take in. So you have to take your all the senses. There are different type of senses, you know, sight, seeing, hearing. Yes, you have to take in. Here I will give you one example. Means I am here for giving example only. So you everybody saw the tortoise. If any type of insecurities, any type of he feel unsafe, the tortoise withdraw their limbs inside. Yes. No, it not cut it down. That no, I'll cut it down and I'll leave my limb outside. Not cut it down. It keep inside. The same way in the pratyahara, when we are sitting for the normal few minutes, just withdraw your sense inside. Release your sight, hearing, smell, taste, whatever it is. Just ignore it, and whenever you take inside, withdraw, afterward you automatically feel your concentration on to your breath. So it already connected with the pranayama. Pratyahara completely connected with the pranayama. So it's the starting of the pranayama. When you withdraw your sense inward, it automatically become a pranayama, the starting position.
The next elements, dharana. Dharana, concentration. In dharana, we are concentrating at the single point. You can concentrate by visualizing some pictures like some chakra, or you can do tratak concentration. In tratak, what we'll do, in 1 meter distance, we'll keep the lamp or flame. You have to concentrate on for 1 minute to that flame. That is the concentration. Okay?
Next one is dhyana. Dhyana is self meditation, absorbed in meditative state. It's a while you are, if you are right now you are sitting, but thought would have come right now. Somebody has to cook, somebody has to go at home, and like thought would have come. It's okay. But when you come to the state of dhyana, thought automatically lays. You have to be an audience of your thoughts. Thought come that I have to cook, but what I am going to cook, that is interference the thought. So what is the dhyana? You have to go to the meditative complete state, ignore the thought outside and just concentrate on your prana. It's become your meditation.
I remember actually, I was taking one time session, then I told you close your eyes for the meditation. That lady, she asked me, once I close the eyes, then all thoughts will come, whatever I did yesterday or day before yesterday, how we can concentrate. This is natural. We should not engage the thoughts. Let it come and goes, don't stop it. We should not go behind that thought. It will happen after practicing the meditation. Okay, immediately you may not feel that, but after a long time you can do the meditation. Okay. Last one is the samadhi, enlightenment. In samadhi, we are connecting ourselves to the supreme energy. Now we'll see what are the scientific benefits of yoga. First, we have seen 8 limbs of yoga. Means yoga is not only asana or pranayama, total 8 limbs of yoga. Yoga is standing on these 8 limbs. Now scientific benefits: lowers blood pressure and cholesterol. It improves lung capacity. It strengthens immune system. It enhances memory and concentration. It slows aging process.
Without benefit, we are not doing anything. Everybody know, na? If benefit is there, we will do like that. Okay. Next, important of yoga in modern life. They already wrote. In today's world, we are consistently surrounded by pressure, competition. Here also, competition is there in school. In our family also, competition is there. So stress, digital distraction. Now children cannot sit without the mobile and laptop and all. So our lifestyle has become a very fast, our mind restless. Right now we are going to sleep, that time so many thoughts is coming. We are not able to take a proper sleep. Yes? And our body is inactive. Most of the gents has to sit in a one position in the 9 to 5 fix is there. Yes? So for that we are connected to technology, but we are disconnected with our self. So then you come into the yoga, you feel that I am connected with myself. Okay? And also, even children also feeling that type of pressure, academic, competition and digital pressure also. Yes? It's important of yoga in a modern life. Right now we are living in which era? In a modern era. But if I will tell something about ancient time, how they are living at that time, nice in the village, pure water, pure wind. Just listening to this, you feeling soothingness into your mind. Just listening to this, that much less restless right now we are. So we have to become that much of, what you call, calm, that much of, connected with the yoga, you have to become that thing. And important of yoga in modern life, physical health is improve your flexibility, posture, digestion, immunity. Yes, all benefits are there. But right now, become a parent. You all are parents, so you feel the tiredness. You are derived from. You are exhausted after managing the work, house, children. So yoga, regular practice of yoga, help to connect with yourself. It give you the strength to connect with your breath. You give that 1 hour, 16 minutes only on your mat. It's for you. So parents become getting the strength from the different type of posture like a plank, warrior, different type of posture. Yoga asana is there. But it's for your capacity, you can do it, no problem. But it make your core, your back, your full body strengthen. Yes, and in this era, most of 70% of disease generated by us only. But we are, it's not in our control. So we'll call the doctor, doctor control with the medicine. It's a temporary, but regular practice of yoga, it's a remove from the root causes. All the disease you should remove from the root causes. Doctor give the medicine to suppress it. Yes, but yes, sometimes we have to go with the scientific way also. But yoga also, you can start from zero. Then slowly, slowly you can able to understand the real benefit, the physical benefit. Okay, so yoga is the easy way to make yourself fit in a regular life. Next minute.
Importance of yoga in modern life. The second one, mental health. Very important. It reduces anxiety, improves focus, it boosts emotional balance. Yoga's most important gift to the world is the mental peace, right? Because we have to look after, as a parent, you have to look after children, education, their future, your job responsibility, and many job responsibilities. In this rush, you will forget to concentrate yourself. But just spend in a day at least 20 minutes to do yoga for your mental health, for your family health. Because as a parent, you are calm, then you will respond to your children or to your family with focus, with love, and with calmness. So it teaches us peaceful mind means peaceful family, right?
Okay. Now next, developing focus and discipline. Now I saw some feel bored. Let's do some experiment, okay? Sir has to do, okay? So take your both the hand front of you, join your wrist line. Sir will do. Just look at the sir. Your wrist line at the palm line. You have to join your palm line together. Yes. Join your hand also afterward. And keep your finger at your eye level. And just take a look. Any one hand is smaller than other. Yes? Yes. Okay. Take that smaller hand front of you. Take that smaller hand front of you. Just look at that. Just listen my word. Don't look at me. Don't look at the sir. Just take your smaller hand front of you and repeat in your mind that you are growing. 5 times repeat. You are growing. You are growing. You are growing. You are growing. Finish? Yes. Now join again your wrist line. Join again your palm. Keep your finger at your eye level. What is the difference? Yes, feel it? Earlier there is a smaller, one bigger. Now right now same, or maybe if you are keep it full concentration, maybe your smaller hand should be bigger. Yes? Why? This is not a magic. This is not a miracle. It's just your body is listening you. Every time, whenever you are telling something, your focus should be at your hand, not any thought. While looking at the smaller hand, focus, where is your focus? Only on your hand. Thought is coming? No. Thought is not there. You are focusing only on your head. The all blood goes to your hand. Make little bit grow. The same thing happen in yoga. Regular focus. You are automatically, after you come into yoga, automatically you are waking up early. You are finish your chores early. You are keeping your children. Yes, go now. I have to go to the yoga like that. you automatically take a discipline into your routine. The same thing, you are focusing on your body. While doing the posture, asana, we are used to tell, like concentrate at your this part, concentrate here, concentrate here. Why? Because when you are concentrating here, when you are concentrating at your shoulder, whenever, it's give a blood circulation there. It's a scientifically proved. Then when you are concentrating in any type of organ in your body, your organ should be healed. Any type of chronic disease is there, it will heal. Okay, so this is the focus and discipline about yoga. Next.
Next one, yoga for emotional balance. It teaches patience, positivity, gratitude. We are experiencing many emotions, right? Anger, jealousy, happiness, sadness. These are all emotions. If somebody makes you happy, you will laugh, right? If somebody make you sad, you will become sad. If somebody make you cry, you will cry. So normally what you are doing, you are focusing on what others making you. Like remove of the TV. You are changing the channel, then TV channel will change, right? But yoga teaches to control ourselves. Our mind remote should be with us. In difficulty time also, we have to face it with courage, with confidence and patience.
Yes. Now yoga as a lifestyle. So as you show early that yama, niyama, so many things are there. I told you already, 8 limbs. With the only one hand, we cannot take that hand is my body. No? The same way, full all 8 limbs, if you absorb in yourself, it become a yoga. That what in limbs, that truthfulness. Brahmacharya means how to use your energy in the right way. Then Swadhyaya, Ishvara Pranidhana, Aparigraha, that non-greed. Whatever you are having is called satisfaction. Whenever a full 8 limbs you are absorbed inside yourself, automatically you become a perfect in your body, mind and your soul. Means in this modern life, there is a HBP. You releasing your HBP. HBP means not a high BP. HBP means your health, balance and peace. So you have to recover your health through the yoga. You have to recover your peace through the mental peace. Yes? You have to recover your balance in your work, your job, your career, house, children, family. You have to recover your HBP. This is the main reason to yoga as a lifestyle. So you are accepting a lifestyle, not accepting a particular yoga posture only. This is the lifestyle.
Next, yoga in modern workplaces and schools. It reduces stress and improves productivity, enhances concentration, reduces exam anxiety and builds emotional strength. Many of the institutions now introducing yoga to reduce the stress of the employees and improve their productivity also. In school also, many schools adopting yoga to improve the concentration of the students and also to develop the confidence. Next.
Now yoga for parents. It's very important because if parents feel stress in house, automatically whole family feels that stress. So I will give you example. I am here for giving example only. That if mother is cooking a dal, rice, curry, whatever, and at that time if she is angry, she's angry, she's thinking about that, oh, my day is very bad today, like that, and stirring the dal or curry. And she served the dal to the husband, to the children. Automatically, she is not serving a dal, she is serving her anger. So, keep it in your mind when you are cooking something. Be mindful that I am cooking for my family, not for the other person. Yes? So, this is a simple practice here for parents. You can do at your home also. There is an internet right now. You can search anything, simple things, and you can stretching, light stretching for neck, shoulder. Because our shoulder able to store the emotion. You are able to store the emotion in the very different part of your body. Then simple asana like standing, sitting, prone and supine. The main meditation, sit quietly. After children went to the school, husband went to the school, sit quietly for a 5 minute, few minutes daily. It will make you mindful. Okay, then mindful eating, it's for children also. Right now in this generation, not a single children without screen is eating, yes? It's fixed. So try to keep it, first you have to do. First parents has to do without screen. Eat with your family. At least one meal you have to take with your family. Mindful eating. And then digital detox, 30 minutes without screen before sleep. It's a, first do the for the 1 week. You can feel the difference automatically. Okay, next.
Children, yoga for children. Children today are intelligent but restless. Yoga improves concentration, discipline and confidence. They can do Tadasana. Tadasana helps even to increase the height of the children up to 18-20 age. Next, Vrikshasana. It helps to balance body. Sun salutation. If you don't have any time, even for parents, you can practice sun salutation or Surya Namaskara. Then directly you can sit for the meditation or dhyan for few minutes. That's enough. You will get multiple benefits. Last one, Brahmari Pranayam. Very important. It improves our voice quality. Even children, it is very good. And also it controls Vata, Pitta, Kapha. It will balance us. That is very important in Ayurveda. It also very good for sleeping disorders. If you practice Brahmari, it improves your sleeping quality.
Yes. Now Surya Namaskara. Surya Namaskara is a pack of complete exercise. If you want to reduce the fat, in internet you can see that so many things about sun salutation. It consists 12 steps, 8 asana flow is there. And it active our 7 chakra. We are having a spiritual chakra powerhouse center in our body. I will give an example. Like a transformer. Everybody see the transformer in this area. What transformer is doing? Transformer is receiving the electricity from the main power and contributing till to our house. Yes. The same way chakra is able to do that thing. 7 chakra in our different area of our body. It distributes the energy through our limbs, to our all the body, inner organ also, outer organ also. There are 7 chakras called Mooladhara, then Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata at our chest, then Vishuddhi at our throat, then Agya chakra, where you put a tilak, bindi. Why we put tilak and bindi? We are reason behind is there are so many things. So we are not releasing our energy from there. That's why we keep it there, tilak or bindi. And then last one is Sahasrara chakra, Brahmarandha. Then 3 bandhas will happen in the sun salutation. Bandha means a dam. Like you look like a dam. What dam is doing? Dam is storing the water. And slowly, whenever we need, it release. The same way we are able to do the bandhas in sun salutation. Then meditation will after that 12 steps, 8 asanas, 7 chakras, 3 bandhas. automatically meditation will happen after the sun salutation, 12 round, 24 round, and all.
Now, just we will demonstrate. You don't practice, just observe. At the end, you will practice some asanas. Okay? You will demonstrate. This you can practice yourself. Okay? If you don't have time, at least Surya Namaskara you practice. Next. The first asana in the sun salutation, Pranamasana. It activates our Anahata chakra at the heart. Benefits: relaxes mind and soul, improves awareness, relaxes nervous system, relieves anxiety and stress, enhances body posture. Next asana, Tasta Uttanasana. It activates Vishuddhi chakra. Benefits: stretches the chest and abdomen, improves digestion and metabolism, relaxation of arms and shoulders, removes excess weight, helps in relieving lower back pain and fatigue. Third, Pada Hastasana. You have to stretch your body and bend forward. Chakra, Swadhisthana chakra. Benefits: massages abdominal organs, improves digestion, removes menstrual irregularities, relieves varicose veins, increases the blood flow to the brain, relieves headache, insomnia, anxiety and stress. Next, fourth, Ashwasancharana Asana. Chakra, Ajna chakra. Benefits: relaxes the back muscles, stretches the abdominal area, improves concentration, relieves sinus blocks, improves lung capacity. Fifth, Palakasana. You have to join your leg, body in one line. Chakra Manipura. It strengthens the nerves and muscles of the arms and legs, strengthens the abdominal muscles and lower back, improves body posture, calms the mind. Sixth, Ashtang Namaskar. Here your stomach above the ground. Ashtangas are touching the mat. Chakra Manipura. Benefits: strengthens the chest and arms, shoulders and legs, relaxes back muscles, relieves stress. Seventh, Bhujangasana. Chakra Swadhisthana. It gives compression to the chest and abdomen, releases tension in the back muscles and spinal nerves, uplifts the mood, improves the flexibility of the body, helps in healing asthma, constipation, indigestion, kidney and liver problems. Next, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog, mountain pose. Chakra Vishuddhi. Benefits: strengthens the nerves and muscles of the arms and legs, stretches the calf muscles, improves blood circulation, relieves menopausal symptoms. 9. This is the repetition of the fourth asana, Ashwasancharana Asana. Next, 10. Padahastasana, joining your legs. 11. Tasta Uttanasana, inhale and arch back. 12. Come to the exhale and Pranamasana. These are all repetitions. Okay. Limitations. Not recommended for children below 8 years sun salutation because already their breathing rhythmic is good. It should not be practiced by people with high blood pressure and heart problems, people with spinal problems, not recommended for women during the menstruation and pregnancy period. Next.
Okay. The peaceful family lead to the peaceful community, and peaceful mind create a peaceful world. Role of yoga in build peaceful society. Right now in the International Yoga Day, there are internationally yoga session is conducted. You are able to see that different type, different religion, different nationality also they are able to do the yoga posture. They feel that benefit. So this is the community automatically generated by the yoga. And in India also one real life incidents experience they did it. In India, what they did in the one school, they start yoga every day, one period for yoga, and at the simultaneously same time in the prison, where that area prison is there, they started a yoga in the prison also. After 2-3 months, they feel the difference. That automatically student become a very good discipline. And in the prison also, the prisoner become a very calm, less anger. Automatically behavior change after the yoga. So this is the benefit to generate the community, generate to the modern society. The yoga you have to build the role. You have to generate completely different type of society. So try to connect with the yoga is automatically calm your mind and your body. Yes. So.
Yoga is not just exercise, it is a lifestyle. Just take one small step today to practice 20 to 30 minutes yoga daily for our health, peace and happiness.
For our HBP, our health, balance and peace. Keep it in your mind. You have to do something for yourself. You are giving the different, like I will give the money to my children, but you have to give the health to your children also, to generating that health benefit for yourself. Yes.
Because only possession of wealth will not give the peace. It may give little pleasure, but you will not get the inner peace only from the wealth. Now, we request you all to perform some asanas along with us. Okay? Then we will practice meditation for few minutes. Starting from head. Now keep your legs shoulder width gap. Keep your palms on the waist. Inhale, exhale and drop your head to the right side. Try to touch your right ear to the right shoulder without lifting the right shoulder. Stay there. Inhale and come back. Exhale and slowly drop your head to the other side, left side. Try to touch your left ear to the left shoulder without lifting the shoulder. Inhale and come back. Now head rotation very slowly. Exhale and slowly touch your chin to the collarbone. Now rotate your head anti-clockwise. Inhale and take it up. Very slowly. Those who are suffering from spondylitis, they should not bend forward. Try to touch all the four corners. While bending down, exhale. While taking up, inhale. Once you finish 3 times anti-clockwise, now rotate clockwise 3 times. Very slowly. Once you complete, come back. Now for the shoulders. Raise your both the palms, front side. Now place your palms on the respective shoulders. Now inhale and take it up. Rotate front to back. Exhale and bring it down. Again inhale, take it up. Exhale and bring it down. Now 2 times back to front. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, bring it down. Release. Now raise your both the hands parallel to ground, sidewise. Now rotate front to back 3 times. And back to front 3 times. Okay. Release. Next, pelvic region movement, hip rotation. Keep your legs shoulder width gap. Keep your palms on the waist. Now rotate your hip very slowly, anti-clockwise 2 times, very slowly. Because we are not doing any exercise for our pelvic region. We should be. After completing 2 rounds, then rotate clockwise 2 times. Here very important, minimal head movement. Try to keep minimal head movement. Then effect will be more. Okay. Now for the legs. Lift your right leg. Stretch. Bend. Stretch. Bend. Stretch. Bend. Now for the other leg. Look front, don't look at your feet. Raise your left leg, stretch, bend, stretch, bend, stretch, bend, release. Now for the toes, legs are together, stand on your toes. Now make a up and down spring action without touching the heels to the ground, spring action. Very good for the toes, very good for the calf muscles, very good for the thigh muscles. Our calf muscles, the second heart of our body. Okay, release. So our now body is ready to do any asanas.
Yes, now get ready for the standing posture. First, we'll start from the normal, simple asana, Tadasana. It's very good for kids also. Those who are having any type of injury at the toes and your ankle, please avoid, otherwise it's very good. Now join your leg 2 to 3 inch apart, make a V shape. You can make a V shape, join your heel together and give a gap in between your toes, 3 to 2 inch apart, yes. Now straighten up your hand in front of you, yes, interlock your finger and with the inhalation turn it out, inhale, take it up. Stay there first, feel your spine straight and slowly come onto your toes. Yes, breathe there, gaze at the 1 point. 3, 2, 1. Slowly heel down and release your hand from the sideways. It's very beneficial for kids to increase their height, okay? The next posture, we'll take a Vrikshasana. So for that, the leg position same, 3 to 4 inch apart. Yes. Those who are having arthritis or obesity, please avoid do this. Other person is very good. Or those who are not able to find the balance in a tree, they can keep their leg like this, like a Krishna. Okay? Do as per your body limit. Now inhale and with the exhalation, take your right sole of the feet on the left thigh. Do as per your limit. Okay? First find the balance. You keep it like this also, no problem. Okay? And with the inhalation now, raise your both the hands up. Gaze at the 1 point, concentrate at the 1 point, breathe there, very good everyone. 3, 2, 1, well done. Slowly release your hand, release your leg. Do not drop, okay? Do not drop your leg. Change the leg now, we'll do other side. Inhale and with the exhalation, take your sole of the feet to the left thigh. Yes, now inhale, take your both the hands up, very good. They are doing earlier, before my telling, very good. Yes, gaze at the 1 point and breathe. 3, 2, 1. Very good. Slowly release your hand, release your leg. It's very good for neuromuscular coordination. Sometimes it happens that we are doing something but we are not having that concentration. This posture is giving a concentration. It's good for kids also. The next posture will take a Trikonasana. So everyone turn to the right side. Turn to the right side. Everyone turn to the right side. Yes, open up your leg widely, more than 2 feet apart. Open up your leg widely, sir, widely, little bit. Just look at the sir. This much widely you have to do it. Okay? Trikonasana means triangle pose. Yes? With the inhalation, now straighten up your hand at the shoulder level. Yes. And with the exhale, take your right leg, right hand to the right side, right leg. Right hand to the right side with the exhalation. And with the exhale, go down, try to touch your toes. How much you are able to go? If you are able to touch your shin, your ankle, stay there, look up. Yes, breathe there. 3, 2, 1. Very good. With the inhale and exhale, come to the center. Yes. Now change the side. Just now left side. Left leg should be 90 degree. Right leg inward. Yes. Now inhale, straighten up your hand. And exhale, go down. Try to reach at your ankle, toes. And look up. Very good. It's very good for sciatica. Very good for activating your full body organ. Very good. 3, 2, 1. Come to the center with the normal breath. Exhale, release your hand, release your leg. Okay? Everybody knows that handstand. Shirshasana is the king of the asana, but Trikonasana is the king of the asana. In this Trikonasana, your full body organ is activated from tip of the toe to the crown of your head. The next posture is Ardha Chakrasana. Yes. So join your leg together. Yes. Now keep your hand, finger facing downward. Keep your hands on your upper side of your hip region. Your elbow should be parallel to each other. Yes. Now with the inhalation, bend a little bit back and breathe normally. Give a stretch to your spine. It's very good for your spinal movement. Breathe there. 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back. Release your hands. Release your legs. Now get ready for the sitting. You can sit.
Sit down. We are moving to the sitting asanas. First one, Baddha Konasana or Bhadrasana. Very good to open up our hip joints. Now hold your both the legs. Touch your heels together. Interlock your fingers and bring your legs close to your body. Keep your spine upright. Keep your spine upright. Now inhale and raise your both the knees up. Exhale and push towards the ground and hold it. Push towards the ground and hold it. Stay there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale and lift it up. Exhale and again push towards the ground and hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale and lift it up. Now do the butterfly. Nice butterfly. Very good.
Keep a smile on your face.
Okay. Come back. Next asana, we are going to do Vajrasana. Now, those who are suffering from knee pain, don't practice, okay? Otherwise, knee pain will come. So, fold your right leg with the support of your right hand. Then fold your left leg with support of your left hand. One of the very good sitting posture. Only this asana you can practice while having the meals or immediate after having the meals. Otherwise, 3 hours gap should be there after having the food for any asana, except this. This is very good for digestion, very good for control and managing acidity. It improves our concentration also. Okay. From here, next asana we will do Mandukasana. Manduka means frog posture. Okay. Now make a fist of your fingers. Fist of fingers and place it near the navel point. There should be 2 finger gap between your 2 hands. Spine upright. Now inhale, exhale and slowly bend forward. Further bend forward, very important. Your seat should be on the legs. Don't lift. If you can't bend much, no problem. You have to, in closed eyes, look front. Don't bend down. Frog will look front, right? It will not look down. Very good asana to control and managing diabetes. It will pressurize our pancreas. Inhale and slowly straighten up your body. Exhale and release your hands. Next asana, Uttan Mandukasana. Uttan means raised, Manduka means frog. Okay. Now take your right hand back, place it opposite shoulder from the back side. And left hand on the other side, right side. There should be gap between your hands and head. There should be gap between your hands and head. Open up your chest. It improves your lungs capacity. It's very good for your heart. And there should be smile on the face. There should be smile on the face. Very good. Now release your one hand, then another hand. Exhale and release your both hands. Next asana, Marjarasana. Now come to the forelimbs. Come to the forelimbs. Forelimbs means your hands, legs inside your body, not outside. Very good asana for your spine and also your stomach. Now inhale and lift your head up and stomach down, spine down. Close your eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now exhale and look down. Look at your navel point or look back. Spine up, head down. Hold the breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale and one more time, head up. Very good for your spine. Exhale and head down. Inhale and come to the normal posture. Sit in Vajrasana. Sit in any cross-leg posture. Release your legs. Release your legs. You can sit in Vajrasana if you want, or else you can sit in Sukhasana, cross-leg.
Sit comfortably. We'll take now pranayama session. Little bit of breathing practice. I told you as earlier that you are not concentrating on your breath 24 hours. Yes, your breath is automatically going on. But whenever you are able to understand the real meaning of breath, if breath is not there in your body, your family member should not keep you inside the house. It's 101% sure. So concentrate at your breath before your partner also. No problem. But breathe is first. So get ready for the breathing practice. Our pranayama session. Sit comfortably in any cross-leg position, Sukhasana, Siddhasana, Ardha Padmasana. Yes. First practice we are going to do Bhastrika, the breath of fire. It generates the fire inside your body. Okay. Those who are having a high BP, those who are having any type of anxiety issue, so please avoid to do this practice. Otherwise, it's very good for your full body to focus and all. So for the Bhastrika, first with the inhalation, you have to take your both the hands up, open. Inhale up, and while exhalation, make a fist and pump it your breath down. Active inhale, active exhale. So we are going to do 2 rounds, 7, 7. So start with the inhalation, hands up, exhale down, 1, inhale, 2, inhale, 3, inhale, 4, inhale, 5, inhale, 6, inhale, 7. Relax, take a breath. After every pranayama, close your eyes and feel the difference. Okay? We'll do it again, the same practice, little bit faster. You have to pump it down, but not that much of pressure that you are having something congestion at your nose. Slowly, as per your body limit. Get ready for the second round. With the inhale, take your hands up and start. 1, inhale, 2, inhale, 3, inhale, 4, inhale, 5, inhale, 6, inhale, 7. Relax, close your eyes is compulsory. After every breathing practice, you have to look inside how your breathing is going on, how your heartbeat is going on. Okay, it generates activeness into your full body right now. Okay, now next pranayama is Brahmari pranayama. Brahmari means bumblebee. So we have to make a bumblebee sound while exhalation. While releasing, exhale, we have to do bumblebee sound. We are not here taking any type of mudras. Just inhale through your nostril and with the exhalation, nostril only, make a bumblebee sound like without using our hand or any type of mudra. Your hand on your knee in a drone mudra, it's okay. Okay, we'll do 2 rounds of Brahmari pranayama. So get ready. First normal inhale and exhale. Yes. Now inhale deeper. Yes. Now exhale with the humming bee sound. Catch your normal breath. Relax. We'll do it again. So inhale deeper again. Yes. Now with the exhalation, make the humming bee sound. Relax. Catch your normal breath. Eyes should be closed compulsory. Feel the difference. What is going on right now? Automatically you feel the sensation, vibration surrounding your brain. It's scientifically proved that after the Brahmari pranayama, we can do the MRI of this person. It's a different type of sensation is going on in the brain. Okay? It's very good for the sleep. Those who are not able to getting sleep, insomnia, it's very good for doing before the bed. Okay? It's very good also for calming your mind, settle down your body, breathing completely. Now next pranayama we are going to do Anulom Vilom pranayama. Anulom Vilom, for that, for left hand we will do the Gyan Mudra for touching our index finger and thumb to the left hand, and to the right hand we will make Pranav Mudra. So bend your index finger and middle finger, your thumb and other 2 fingers should be up. It's called Pranav or Nasikagra Mudra. We are going to perform with our thumb and our ring finger. Okay, so inhale and exhale first normally. Yes, now keep your thumb, right thumb onto your right nostril. Close your right nostril first. Exhale completely through the left. Yes, now start your pranayama inhaling through the left. Inhale through the left nostril. Close your left nostril. Close your and exhale through your right nostril very slowly. Your exhalation duration should be longer than your inhale. Yes, now inhale again from the same our right where we end. Yes, now close your right, exhale through the left very slow and gently. This is the one cycle. Okay, we are going to do again one more cycle for your understanding. Okay, get ready. So first inhale through your left, then close your left, exhale through your right. Now inhale through your right, same nostril. Yes. Now exhale through your left, very slow and gently, that your neighbor should not able to hear your exhalation. Yes, we finish our cycle. Release your mudra. Close your eyes for a while. Feel the difference within your body. Anulom Vilom pranayama, make a balance in between your both the nadis. Right now your both the nostril is working, completely active. Okay, it's very good for release anxiety. So now we are moving forward to the meditation.
Sit in any cross-legged posture. We'll do for 2 minutes meditation. You can sit cross-legged, Padmasana or Ardha Padmasana. Throughout the meditation, keep your spines upright. Eyes are closed. Hands are in the Dhyan Mudra, or you can keep on your laps. Close your eyes. Focus on your tip of the nose. Observe your breathing pattern. But do not control or regulate your breathing. Breathing is normal and natural. Continue your focus on the tip of the nose. The air is slowly going inside and slowly coming outside. No thoughts in the mind. If any thoughts comes, let it comes and goes, but don't hold it or don't stop it. Every inhalation you are taking positivities from the nature, and every exhalation you are releasing any negativities in the body. Every inhalation energizes your body, and every exhalation relaxes your body. Continue your focus at the tip of the nose. Now, slowly shift your focus from the tip of the nose to the Ajna chakra, forehead, where we apply Spindior product. Concentrate on your Ajna chakra. You may feel little paining sensation or pressing sensation that is quite natural and normal. Continue your concentration at the Ajna chakra. Silently affirm, I am not your body, I am not your mind. I am a spiritual being with divine life, divine intelligence, and divine power. I am one with myself, one with God, and one with all. Continue your focus at the Ajna chakra. Now slowly shift your focus from the Ajna chakra to the crown chakra, that is mid portion of top of your head. Concentrate on your crown chakra or Sahasrara chakra, that is top of your head. A divine energy in the form of thin silver light entering your body through your Brahmarandra, and every cells of your body receiving that divine energy. If you have any health ailments, concentrate on that point, and with the help of divine energy, your ailment is healing and curing. Continue your concentration at the Sahasrara chakra or crown chakra. Now slowly try to connect yourself to the supreme energy, that is ultimate aim of yoga. Still your eyes are closed. Slowly return to your body. Make slight movement in your hand fingers and leg fingers, but don't open your eyes. Be aware of your body. Be aware of your surroundings. Now, rub your both the palms, the padded portion of palm you have to rub. Produce nice heat and place it on your both the eyes, but don't open your eyes until my further instruction. Again, rub your palms, produce nice heat and massage your face up and down and up. Again, rub your palm, produce nice heat and place it on your both the ears. Let heat sink into the ears. Last time, rub your palm, produce nice heat, and in the cup shape, place your palms in front of your eyes in the dark chamber. In the dark chamber, blink your eyes 7 to 8 times without exposing eyes to the light. Now, slowly while looking at the palms, with beautiful smile, open your eyes. Relax. Now, spread your legs. Stretch your legs. Stretch your legs. Up and down movement. Anti-clockwise rotation, then clockwise rotation, then for the calf muscles. Come back. We have completed meditation, but remember, meditation is self-experience. We are giving just instruction. It is just like for baby, we are giving walker to walk. That's right. So you have to experience yourself. That we can't give. Just instruction. Okay. Now stand up. We are going to close now session. Before that, we will do laughing. Okay. Laughing exercise. But you have to laugh open-heartedly. Okay. Open-heartedly. Now come to the standing posture. Legs are spreading. Go down, bend your knees. Raise your both the hands. I will tell now, ready, 1, 2, 3, you have to laugh open-heartedly. I want to hear which side sound is coming more. Ready, 1, 2, 3, start. Again, go down. Ready, 1, 2, 3, start. Last time, go down. Ready, 1, 2, 3, start. Clap. Big clap for yourself. Thank you all once again. I am very thankful to the Indian School Chief, Management Committee, Avenir Committee, Principal Sir, Vice Principal Sir, teachers and all staff and all parents for attending this session. Thank you very much. Dhanyawad.
Thank you for investing on yourself. You are investing for our children, for our future. You are right now, you are just invest 1 hour for yourself, for your body. So praise yourself, appreciate yourself. Thank you.
Close. Close this.
Thank you, sir and ma'am, for an enlightening session and for reminding us how important it is to embrace wellness through yoga. May I now request Mr. Ashish Kumar Yesankar, School Management Committee, to present the memento, a token of appreciation and a letter of gratitude to our sir and ma'am for their time, effort and invaluable contribution. I request Mr. Jagdisha Bangera to please come forward. I now request Ms. Rajvi Padevda to come forward. Mr. Ravi Prakash Bhatt. And Ms. Sanjana Rai. Thank you, Sajana. As we draw this wonderful session to a close, we extend our deepest gratitude to Mr. Jagdisha Bangera and Ms. Rajvi Badevda for their inspiring presence and invaluable insights. A heartfelt thanks to our principal, vice principals, teachers, parents, and the Avenir 2025 organizing committee for their constant support and enthusiasm. Thank you one and all. Good night.